So lately I found myself completely drowning at dinner time, hungry, tired, and expected to make a decision. At this point in the day, not a good idea. And I haven't felt this way in a really long time. And I wanted to share with you because I know exactly how to get back on track because I've been in such a good system until now, and I've just kind of lost sight of that, and that's how I'm going to get back on track. I will share with you my no-think dinner routine, we'll say, for tired moms out there. And I don't share it so that you'll do it like me. Your dinners won't look like mine. That's perfect. Don't mother like me, mother like you. That's the point. I'm going to show you how I tapped into what really worked for me and what saves me every night now at dinner time. And it's just no big deal. Like, it just is so easy. I plan my meals every Sunday. That is what works for me. I'm a planner. Maybe you're not. And maybe you want to do just the night before. It's a certain time that you sit and plan your meals. Whatever works for you. I plan my whole week on Sunday. My husband and I sit down. We figure out what the week looks like, appointments, all those things. And then I make my meal plan based on the days. The meals I'm pulling from come from my recipe box. I don't even look at my phone. I don't ever look up new recipes. For me personally, that's just what works for me. I don't need to be overwhelmed by these beautiful meals that I don't really want to make. I don't need to be trying and experimenting things, probably wasting ingredients. For me personally, that's just not the season I'm in right now. I don't enjoy that, so I don't even look at those things. I write down on my recipe cards winners, right? Things that me and my family all love, all enjoy, and that's what I'm pulling from, which means I have a rotation of maybe 15, I would say maybe, meals that I'm just rotating through, cycling through over and over. Nobody complains. We all enjoy them. Those are meals that pretty much all of us enjoy, or most of us enjoy. And so that's what I make. From there, I grocery shop on Mondays. That's just what has always worked for me. Not really sure why. That's just what I do. Usually Monday morning, I go and just get my little small list. It's usually a pretty small list because the recipes I've chosen in my recipe box are minimal ingredients, a lot of just pantry staples. They are relatively healthy because that's something I value. Like, I've been really picky about the recipes that I save as keepers. They've got to be really good ones, really easy, pretty quick, and there's some variety. Crock-pot recipes, stovetop recipes, one-pot recipes, just things that are simple, they don't overwhelm me. And I say all of this because as I coach more and more moms, I realize the kitchen is a really big deal. We spend a lot of time there. We spend a lot of time thinking about what we're going to feed our family. We think about all the factors because dinner time touches a lot of aspects of our life, our health, our budget, people's preferences, connection. We have pretty big expectations, and we have a really solid way of measuring ourselves against other moms. Oh man, it's trash day. I should have picked a different day to walk over here. So, we really need to figure out how to show up in the kitchen so that it doesn't drain us. Are you drained by your kitchen? Like, have you ever just felt so overwhelmed? Or do you dread dinner time? Seriously, I've been there. Totally understand. It's not fun. Because people need to eat, and they need to eat like all day long. So if we're having any kind of dramas in the kitchen, it can make our whole motherhood feel like such a burden instead of a joy, right? Which is what we all want in a perfect world. And the way you do that is by creating a system. I have just shared with you my system of just how I do things in the kitchen. Every mom has a totally different system, as it should be. We all have our own preferences. We all have different circumstances, different families. Maybe you have a ton of extracurriculars that you're planning around. Maybe you're in the newborn phase, right? Everything looks different for all of us. The system is what helps take some of the load off of you. Have you ever felt like, oh my gosh, the whole dinner is on me, and that's so exhausting, and I just can't do it anymore? The system helps relieve a lot of that burden. You sit down once, experiment. I mean, you're not going to get it perfect the first time, but you sit down, you make some decisions. You know, I think this is what's going to help make grocery shopping easier. This is what's going to help make the meal plan easier. Or it's a conscious choice. You know, I don't like meal planning. I do really well just thinking on my feet. That's what I'm going to do. And the decision made. So my system is every day at 3 o'clock, the alarm in my phone is going to go off. And I'm going to, in that moment, decide what we're eating. If I need to go to the store, that gives me time to go to the store on my way to picking up the kids from school, right? Whatever works for you. But you think through the system, because then the system can do the heavy lifting for you. Instead of these daily decisions that you're making, you just get to rely on your system. And that's why I'm saying I know exactly how to get back to that, because I know the system that's working, it worked fine, and I know it will work fine again. Mr. 5 started kindergarten a couple months ago, and it's just kind of thrown me off. And so it's such an easy thing to just re-implement that system. And you can see homemaking the same way. You can see your whole motherhood in the way of systems can help you run your home more efficiently. They can help you have fewer decisions, fewer doubting, like all of those things that drain our energy every single day. A system can take that away. And through the seasons of life, systems change, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe I would need to change my system for whatever reason. It's like, okay, Mr. 5's in kindergarten now. We're not grocery shopping together on Monday mornings. I need a new system. Perfect. Then I get to work thinking about a new system. But as we figure out a system, we're relieving some of the pressure. We're freeing ourselves up to have more capacity for the things that matter most, which we'd probably all agree are like our kids and connection, or maybe serving, or being more joyful, being more Christ-like. When we're so just stuck in survival mode, on autopilot, every day feels so hard. When is bedtime coming? It cannot come fast enough. I've been there. I know. I've been there for years and years and years. But it's just not an enjoyable experience. And we usually face a lot more guilt, a lot more regrets, because we're not being fully present with our kids, or we're not making the most of this time with them. And it just eats at us. We don't want to be wasting our time and energy thinking about food all the time, thinking about what we're going to feed everyone all the time. It is a righteous desire to feed our families. It's important to me. Like, that matters to me. And most likely, if you're watching this, it matters to you too. And we can do that very faithfully and still within our capacity. God gave us capacity for a reason. He didn't give us limitless time, limitless energy. Because part of this life is learning how to steward that energy and capacity. I mean, I think we think of stewardship as, you know, us taking care of our homes, us taking care of our families. But stewardship is how we take care of everything we've been given. We've been given those limitations, the same as anything else. And when I was really able to tap into appreciating and embracing my limitations around cooking, holy cow, I honestly felt like a different person. I didn't feel like, oh, I should find new recipes. Oh, I shouldn't feed my family leftovers. Oh, that's so lame for me to make a frozen pizza. Like, how bad of a mom could I be? Or I'm so tired of failing because I'm throwing all this food away. Whatever the thing is, whatever the pain points are for you, they'll be different than mine. There is a way to actually just really figure out what works for you. And I know it's hard. We see everyone else's meals, we see their sourdough, and we see their, I don't know what else. Just different. We see all their different ways of doing it. And we think, oh my gosh, I never involve my kids in cooking. I can't believe that. They're so deprived. Or, man, my table never looks like that. Or my meal times never look like that. We don't light candles. And we get so panicked. Like we're not doing it good enough. And so we try harder and harder and harder until absolutely exhausting ourselves to the point that we can't even enjoy any part of it. Bedtime? Sheesh, no thank you. Like I don't even want to read to my kids or whatever, because dinner just does me in every single night, mostly because of the mental exhaustion of figuring it all out and then beating myself up because it didn't go perfect. We are just so hard on ourselves, and God doesn't want that. He wants us to do it in our own way and to really love ourselves and to be kind to ourselves. We should be loving ourselves just as much as we're loving others. And I know you can do it. You can figure out your system. It does take a little bit of brain power, a little bit of effort, one time. And then you try it for a week and see how it goes. And then you tweak it. And then you tweak it some more until it's just this well-oiled machine that just kind of does it by itself. I mean, picture, I love crock pot days because I just know what to put in there. I put it in there, and then I go about my life, and the crock pot cooks the dinner. Systems are that, in a sense. It allows us to keep living our lives because the system is kind of the thing holding it all together instead of us. Because systems can be transferred. They can be repeated. They could be written down, which means your family can easily get involved. The system is, like, this is how I make my grocery list. And so that can very easily be transferred to my husband. Hey, will you pick up these groceries today, right? Or the kids, same thing. When we have an actual repeatable process, it makes it easier to invite other people in to help, which is what a lot of us are wanting. We don't want to have all the weight on our shoulders. Don't hear all this, compare yourself, don't think, oh my gosh, I have no system. I can't believe this lady walking seems like she's amazing and she has it so put together. That's not the point, obviously. I don't want you to mother like me, and God doesn't want you to either. He wants you to mother like you.